If you are looking for the easiest way and maybe the tastiest way to get a whole bunch of anti-inflammatory ingredients in one dish, then you found the right place. Today, I am doing a very creamy, very tropical anti-inflammatory smoothie. And be sure to stay tuned because I do have a free handout with loads of anti-inflammatory information I will tell you about in just a minute. Welcome to the Spicy Apron Cooking Show. My name is Heather and I am here to show you the easiest ways to get the best results in your kitchen. And I do focus on clean eating, and in particular, I do a lot of anti-inflammatory ingredients. So today we are doing a quick and easy anti-inflammatory tropical smoothie that not only tastes great, it's actually good for you. Now, I have a video coming out that gives lots and lots of detail about inflammation and what it is and how to help it and what it can do. But the brief story is inflammation in an acute sense is actually good for you. If you have a sprained ankle or something like that, your body actually produces the inflammation to help you heal. The problem comes when you have chronic inflammation internal to your body, and that can cause a lot of health issues such as arthritis. It can cause any load of gut issues. Those of you who follow me know that I have been diagnosed with severe Crohn's disease, which kind of sucks. But the good news is with my team of doctors and also doing an anti-inflammatory diet, I have been able to control it. So I want to put these videos out here to help those of you who need similar types of recipes. Now, this is hands down one of the easiest ways to get loads and loads of anti-inflammatory ingredients. So let's go through the ingredients that will be going into the smoothie, and I will tell you why I'm using them for this particular anti-inflammatory smoothie. First, I am going to use coconut milk. Now, you can use any kind of milk you want. You can use nut milks, you can use dairy milk. The reason I'm choosing coconut, two reasons. One is I just love that coconut flavor, which of course is what gives it a lot of that tropical taste. But also, dairy is something that I have had to largely cut out of my diet. A lot of people have lactose intolerance. In fact, I believe most adults, more than half of adults, are actually lactose intolerant. But there is another protein in dairy called casein, and that also causes inflammation. So that is why I stay away from it. And coconut milk is actually really, really tasty and super creamy. So I just start with 1 cup of creamy coconut milk. Now, once the liquid is added, then you can add all the other solids. You do always want to add the liquid first. Let's talk about the spices for just a minute. Here I have some of the big boys in the anti-inflammatory world. Turmeric, which is well studied and well known and well proven to have a lot of anti-inflammatory properties. I also have some cinnamon. Again, it has lots of anti-inflammatory properties. And also, I have flaxseed. Now, I use ground flaxseed kind of anywhere I can because frankly, it's just that good for you. So there are a lot of benefits in flaxseed, and I recommend tossing it in everything. What it will also do is help give this a really nice, creamy, thick texture. So pour those spices in. And next up is ginger. Now, this is another thing that has absolutely been shown to reduce inflammation, particularly in the gut. It also helps with things like nausea, motion sickness, morning sickness. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had that, but I certainly had it in a big way. So what I do is I peel 1 inch of the ginger and then I just cut it in half and throw it into my blender. Now, just a side note, I am using a very high-powered blender. It actually does a lot more than that. It's the CookingPal Multo. I will put a link to it below. No, this is not a sponsored video, but it's super, super high powered. So it can chop up that ginger in no time at all. If you don't have a very high powered blender, then I do recommend mincing up the ginger first. Yeah, this CookingPal Multo has made my clean eating and anti-inflammatory life much, much easier because not only does it blend, it chops, it even cooks, all kinds of stuff. I did a video on it up here. You can check that out if you are interested. Now, next up, we have pineapple. Now, let me talk about the pineapple for a little bit. This is a little trick that I learned. Actually, There was a fireman in the grocery store in the produce aisle, and he stopped me and said, do you want me to show you how to always pick a fresh pineapple? And he's right. It works every time. All you do is you grab your pineapple and pull out one of the fronds on the top. If it comes out fairly easily, like you just saw that one do, then it's ripe and it'll be ready to eat when you get home. I just love that trick, and it really does work all the time. He also taught me how to pick perfect cantaloupe. Now with the pineapple, what I do is when I bring home a fresh pineapple, I cut it up, section it, and I put it in the freezer because that makes the smoothie nice and thick and cold and creamy. So I have about a cup to a cup and a half of fresh pineapple. You certainly can buy frozen cut up pineapple. It makes it a lot easier, but in my opinion, the fresh really does taste better. But in a pinch, the store-bought frozen will also work. So it's about a cup, cup and a half of the pineapple. The full recipe link is in the description box below. So if you click that, you will go right to the printable recipe. Okay, next up, if you like a little additional sweetness in your smoothie, I recommend getting that from Medjool dates. The first time I used these, I did not realize they still had pits in the inside. I threw them in the blender. Again, I love my CookingPal because somehow it did not destroy this blender because these pits are pretty tough. So what I recommend you do is simply peel them in half and pull that pit out, and then throw it away. And then I just pull the date in half and throw it in. Now I like to use just one date. A lot of people like more sweetness, so I would recommend putting in 2 if you want a sweeter smoothie. All right, and then finally, bananas. Now, I pulled these out here to show you, this is about what you want your bananas to look like when you're gonna put them in the smoothie. But first, just like the pineapple, what I recommend is you peel them and then cut them in half and freeze them. So what I have here are some frozen banana pieces that I froze overnight. So this again will also add to the thickness and creaminess of the smoothie. Okay, next, all we are gonna do is just put the lid on. And again, if you're going to go down the smoothie route, I really do recommend a high-powered blender. I love this one because it's got this really convenient tablet. And all I do is put it on manual mode for 2 minutes. That's it, on high power. So let's see what we get. Okay, that's it. So quick and easy. And this really, really does replace any meal. It's fabulous. Now, just look at how rich and creamy this tropical smoothie is. It's got all the banana, the pineapple, the coconut milk, and of course, the turmeric, the cinnamon. Oh. Oh, and you know what? That date, it really, really makes a difference. This is fabulous. I hope you give it a try. Oh, and I forgot about the PDF. So if you click the link below, I do have a handout. It is the top 10 anti-inflammatory foods that you should eat and those that you shouldn't eat. So if you click the link, it'll go straight to your inbox. Thank you for watching the Spicy Apron Cooking Show. Happy cooking. Well, this wasn't exactly cooking, and happy eating. And it's not exactly eating either. Cheers.